Good. You like that?
Yep.
Finally there. We're finally live. It's about
Boom.
time. My voice is about, I don't know, 30% better. I can actually
I think
finish.
It's like 27% better.
Well, I can actually finish without going.
But you just did.
I know. I was just an example.
Friday.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think there's a chance of rain today.
It's been raining. What are you talking about? It rained all night.
No, let's see what they say.
But it's like this huge amount of rain's coming. Well, I'm thinking it's more about the snow that's going to be melted by the rain up in the. Because it's going to rain for up to 6,000 altitude.
Yeah.
So that means all that snow is going to start melting. It's going to go in the creeks. It's going to go in the rivers, and then all the rivers down here are going to flood.
And then you know where else it's going to go?
Where?
Back to the ocean. Out to the ocean. We're not going to save any of that shit. We're just going to let it go to the ocean.
Of course, because otherwise we wouldn't have issues.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep saying, we're still in a drought.
We need you to conserve.
Yeah,
we need your shirt.
Because what they're conserving doesn't do a damn thing.
Oh, by the way, while you're conserving water, don't charge your Tesla.
Well, only 25% of the conservation is by us, how we use it.
No kidding.
75% is by businesses and other stuff that are never going to conserve it the way that needs to be.
What I love is driving through the city of Modesto, showing property, and it's raining like cats and dogs. And guess what's on? The sprinklers at the schools and or the parks.
No.
Or my neighbor across the street with the pray for rain sign outside, but he's got his sprinklers going during the rainstorm. Way to go, neighbor.
Yeah, well, set that up to where if it knows about rain, get one of those smart ones.
Yeah, the smart ones are so cool. You know, there's a freeze delay, there's a rain delay, there's it's too goddamn hot delay, all that stuff. They're cool though.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? I got a little bit of stuff, but let's go over some of your stuff before your voice goes completely away.
How? That hurts.
That's hurtful. Oh.
All right, so the bond
I
market,
identify as a hurtful person.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Bond market, it was rallying earlier today, up almost 70 basis points, and now we're about 47 because we knew we were going to give some back. Jobs number came out, higher jobs created, but if they really look at it, there's cracks going on in the job market and the banking system because there's a couple of banks that were having trouble in the last few days.
It'd be so cool if you could make your voice crack right when you said that.
It did earlier when we were practicing.
I know. Cracks.
Recent job report showed stronger than expected job creations, but negative revisions to the previous month. But the biggest gain was in leisure and hospitality, which we all know that's not huge income producers, right?
Right.
And the unemployment rate actually went higher due to lower job creation and component of the household survey.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember that they figure out the unemployment rate by when they call homes and find out if people are working.
Oh,
that's how they come up with that.
So it's not very accurate.
Well, the question is, do they call the same
They're
people?
assuming if someone's gone, they're at work, but they could be out getting drunk.
I don't know. I think they actually talk to them. Banking system is experiencing issues due to inverted yield curves, causing concerns about bank capitalization and potential for runs on the bank. Runs on the bank would be what? Depressionary stuff. And that's why we have banks that have to stay open. They can't be closed more than 2 days and all that stuff.
Right.
So if you really look at it overall, mortgage bonds are breaking resistant barriers and testing the 100-day moving average. What do we see going forward here? I still see next week we got 2 reports coming out, the CPI and PPI. That's going to tell us, are we going to have inflation? And if the inflation shows going down, we're going to see a bigger rally. If it's going the other way, you're going to see it be taken away. So I actually think we're going to see some more less inflation this time than last time.
Okay.
But I could be totally wrong because I have a 50-50 chance on both of that.
And Powell, didn't he say that they expect another move on overnight rates?
I think you got to remember his stance is more important and his say than what they do.
Right.
So if they say, we're going to stay strong, we're going to do whatever it takes, then people are like, okay, we're good. Right.
Yeah.
He's not going to let it go up. But if they said, oh, we're done, and then this other stuff comes, it's going to get worse.
Right.
So it's that words is what he's saying is more important than what they do, is all I want to say sometimes.
Words can hurt.
But they can't break my bones. They can't break my bones. They can never hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
did I get everything?
No, you've got some more stuff here. Do you want to show some of these banners?
What? No, we're good. Okay. I was just talking about them. I didn't show them. I'm sorry.
So you said the 10-year 10-year yield has dropped back down to 3.7%.
Correct.
And is testing its 40-day moving average.
Correct. There, you want me to click it for you? Yeah,
No,
that's correct.
I know how to click.
I know, but I mean, if you look at some of these, as I said, we're waiting on CPI numbers for next week. The banking system,
Well, the one down below is the one I kind of want to.
which one? Carefully floating. Watch.
Careful floating suggested.
Right. And what's happening is people are going to take profits off the table because it's, bonds are where they're going. So, and that'll make the bond give back what they've had.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I made those for me to be able to follow, and then occasionally I put
but sometimes it looks nice when you got the banner up there and the people can read along with us. There we go. Look at that.
All right. So what do you have to talk about?
Well, I was curious. Usually on Wednesdays we do a little bit of stats, and I'm always just kind of concentrating on Modesto, just because it's easy. But currently there are 104 active listings in the central Modesto area, and so that's from like Yosemite to Ladd Road, east and west.
Okay.
So 104 active listings. That's all price range. Wow. So not a lot.
How many in the lower price range, 400,000 below? Do you know?
Well, let me look.
Just, I'd say a third. See if I'm close.
I don't want year built.
Right. We have a comment.
Oh, good. So average is 437. Minimum is 140. It doesn't give me the number. Oh wait, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. That's stupid. So your median is 402,250. So I would say pretty equal. You get a lot
That'd
of
be
it in the lower.
50%.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's 50-50.
Who commented?
Mike. He was just his little face.
Oh.
Yeah, because it must have been something we said.
Yeah. Oh, he looks scared. Was that a scared look?
I don't know.
So anyway, I mean, not a lot of properties. 192 closed transactions in all price ranges across Central Modesto since January of this year, 23.
That's not a lot for 2 months.
No, it's not.
I mean, that just tells you there is, what's that, 90? Okay, that's 90 something. No, that's 90, 95 maybe. I don't have a calculator. I don't want
96.
All right, so there are 96 closed transactions. 2/3 of them are going to have mortgages on them. The other third will not.
Right.
Let's just say, so out of the 9, would you say what's 90? What?
96.
96. So let's just say 33. It's almost 33 and a third. So it's 32. We'll just say transactions.
Hey, that's what the state wants to withhold when you sell it.
So 66 transactions in Modesto in 2 months. So that's only like 31 a month of us being able to put a mortgage on it.
Right.
So that means about 30 loan officers are making money.
Maybe. It's more like 18.
No, it's more like 10.
Yeah.
And they're all doing each doing.
Well, and the same thing stands true for realtors. There's very few realtors in Modesto area that are making money. Now obviously they're selling properties outside of Modesto as well.
But but in Modesto, that's a lot. Yeah. I mean, that's the city of Modesto. If that's what you only work, you're hurting.
Yeah, and if I remember the numbers correctly, I think we're right around 1,400 active agents in the 1,400 licensed agents in the Modesto area. You probably have.
How many unlicensed agents are there?
I'm
just kidding.
None. Those are for sell by owners. You probably have at least 900 that are actively working real estate.
Or you mean what's actively mean?
Meaning they
actually
they
going
don't have
to work?
A different job. They're going into the office. They're doing something.
I don't know how they're paying their bills. But think about the numbers.
I don't either.
Yeah.
A lot of times you may have a working spouse that's
right,
but a day job or a night job that's making some money.
But think about that. The numbers. Just if you're not making any. There's only a handful of people making money, and the rest of the people aren't.
Yeah,
they can only do that for so long before they have to quit.
This is very, very true.
And I saw numbers. They're saying that they have to build 17 million homes in the next decade to get caught up.
To get caught up.
To take care of.
Not to be in ahead of the game.
No, what we're talking about to take it, the household creations each year
Mm-hmm.
and the additional ones they need to do each year in order to have us get caught up in 10 years at 17 million homes.
I think
It's the
that
same. What are you doing?
deserves this look again.
Oh, thanks. And so that's basically 1.7 million homes created each year,
Right.
which we're not at yet.
Right.
And so there's going to be a huge difference of agents and loan officers going forward, because that's all going to be new builds.
Yeah.
Right.
And you still have, it's interesting. I saw this in, I think it was 95 when we had a oops in the market and the market changed. You saw it was about 2 years before new licensees decreased in numbers. So they heard that in 93, 94, it was a hot market. They all
Right.
worked on getting their real estate license. They get into the market, but the market's already changed. But they're continuing to hear the old stuff. Then they get in, and then the market it really tanks, and then they get out again. So I think you'll see that we'll have a strong increase in licensed real estate agents or realtors if they join the associations, and through this year, and then we'll start seeing a decrease in numbers, new licensees the year after.
Yeah, because I remember when I first got in, I got out of the Navy in 90. I was in the real estate market in 91. It was like, oh, this is horrible. So I got out and I was back in the computer industry, which I knew real well. And then in 93, got into refinances, took people from 13 to 9. And then in 94, the market went away. And then it didn't come back until it still didn't come
97, 98.
Right. But in 95-ish, we were doing a ton of refinances, VAs. And then in 98, we did a ton more. So, and everybody was doing land contracts or, assumption to whatever those different things during that period of time, because rates weren't great. So they were doing whatever they needed to do to sell property.
Right.
And so that's basically, we're getting into markets where you need to be moving with how the market's changing. Don't be stuck in your old way. You have to move to the new way.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
There aren't a lot of people just calling in and saying, I need to list my house. You're going to have to tickle your past clients. You're going to have to talk to potential new people. You're going to have to let people know you're a realtor,
right?
And that you're in the business, or just go home.
Well, the other thing is you need to market yourself better than how you're marketing yourself.
And actually, I really suck at that. I'm getting
but
better,
luckily you're on radio and you're doing this now.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It cost me,
This doesn't cost you. The other thing does. But that's if you look at the number of people you reach in what we're doing, it's cheap for the amount. Because our radio show is 51 to 71,000 people. That's huge.
It is gigantic. Yeah. And I'm still working with the one person that I've got. She's one of these days we'll pull the trigger. I'm fairly certain. And I'm keeping contact with her. And what was funny this morning is I walk out the house and I'm getting in my car, and my buddy down the way, he's like, "Is that your voice I hear on the radio on the Saturday and Sunday?" And I said, "It sure is." He goes, "Jesus, I know a radio personality." He didn't talk like that. I was trying to be a different guy.
Yeah. Well, and I see that there's going to be a huge change. Right now, people are still really nervous, but I see a rate change coming forward that's going to make a huge difference.
We keep talking about
everybody's going to come. You got to remember, look at all the rain we've had, right? The weather. Tuolumne County's under snow. They can't do anything. They have to the agents have to go out and help shovel snow so they can do showings at people's houses. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
When that changes in May.
Yeah.
Everywhere is going to be, booming. I think May on, we're going to be, because so many people want to buy a home, but because of the weather and other things, people aren't putting their houses on the market. Only 109, whatever the number was last 2 months. That's nothing.
Yeah. I've got a neighbor who wants to put his cabin on the market. And I said, well, we probably should wait a couple weeks.
Make sure you get the septic checked, because they're failing left and right because all the water up there.
All the water, they're saturated.
I almost would put it on into the summer just so that it dries out.
Oh, we're gonna wait until it's
so that
the right time.
The dirt dries, and then you might not have a septic issue.
Yeah, you can't put a home up there on the market right now, really.
They do.
I know they do.
Agents work all the time.
Well, and some people just have to move.
Right.
So
The worst part is getting the snow off of everybody's homes. It's just so bad right now up there.
Yeah.
There's more snow on these houses than we normally get in 3 years.
Well, there was an aluminum carport that caved in and crushed 3 cars underneath the carport just last week.
Yeah, I'm afraid my decks are knocked off, to be honest with you.
Oh, don't knock your deck off.
No, the snow weight.
I do.
Because the back one needed some work, and we were just waiting until wood prices came down, which
they finally did.
Yeah, $305 a 1,000 board feet, $305 for every 1,000 board feet. That's cheap. It used to be $284 pre-pandemic.
Right.
So we're almost back to pre-pandemic prices for wood, which is shocking because during that pandemic, it was up to $1,200 per board foot.
It was stupid ridiculous.
Yeah. So now because the cost to do the deck, just the wood was ridiculous. I'm like, we're going to just be careful and wait till the prices come down.
And you didn't really want to build it yourself, did you?
I don't ever want to build it myself. I want somebody else to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can go make the money. Working on it doesn't make me.
And you could probably do the work.
I know I can do the work because I was a woodworker.
But
I create chairs. I can do whatever.
I do that.
I just don't want to.
Right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to me with my horrible voice. But
have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Stay as dry as you can. Show property if you want to. Wipe your feet first. Go in.
And again, if you're thinking about buying a home, you've never done it, please reach out, get my book, go to Amazon. It's Financial Freedom, Building Personal Wealth Through Home Ownership. Just look for Ed Parcaut or go to getedsbook.com. Or go to my website. You can go to the book page, click on the button. It'll take you right there. There's a few people who did reviews and they really like the book. And that's all I care about. I don't care about selling a ton of books. It's about getting that information out to people.
Yeah.
So if there's agents who want some of these books to hand out, reach out to me and I'll get you some.
I actually sent one to my youngest son.
Should have gave it to me. I could have signed it.
Oh gosh.
Did he receive it yet?
No.
Okay. Once they receive it, do a review. Oh, by the way, if you did buy my book, please go and get a review if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, still do a review.
Well, at least if you got his book, read it.
All right, everybody, making it a great day.
Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.